Hi, I'm so happy to see you. I don't see you. Hi, let me start over. Hi, I'm so glad to talk to you. See, let's start again. I just spit on my mic. Hi, my name is Paul Bartholomew, and this is I Want to Hold Your Band. Today's guest is actor, writer, director, you name it. She's done it. That sounds weird. Lennon Parham. It was so great to have her on and talk and get to know her. Such a talented human being. I was so delighted and honored to have her on the show. We both share a deep, deep, deep love of the Indigo girls. And no one else can understand it. So there, I said it. We talk Indigo girls, as I mentioned. The musical Chess, Prince, James Ingram, Everything But the Girl, and so much more. Remember, all the songs we talk about are in the episode description. Click them so you can vibe along with us. And other than that, I give you Lennon Parham. The first piece of music, artist, album that you remember coming into your life?
I mean, there was a lot of music in my life, like from the get-go. My dad is like oldies on constantly in the car and the sound of a baseball game as well. The Braves. Church music too, like a lot of like hymns and stuff like that. The first song that like really made an impact on me was in 7th grade. My Sunday school teacher played this song called Prince of Darkness by the Indigo Girls. And I was like, wait, what? And so I have to shout out to Don, my Sunday school teacher, because it set off this lifelong, love affair with them and their music. And I'm not sure what it was about me in 7th grade. They're from Atlanta. I grew up, I was in Atlanta, grew up in Atlanta. It just, especially Emily of the duo, Amy and Emily, all of her songs hit me in the feels and throughout, because I think they're maybe 5 years older than me. And so I think it was always whatever they were going through or exploring was the thing that I was sort of beginning to explore. So they're fully in the part of their life where they're thinking about loss of love or, and I'm, I just got a note from some dick who was like, do you like me? Yes, no, maybe so. And then broke up with me 3 hours later, And I was like, yes, sing about history of us. Yeah. So anyway, that was the first song. Because then I went and bought the cassette and listened to it on repeat, as I fell asleep at night in my bed every day.
Amazing Sunday school teacher to play,
I
to
know.
bring Prince of Darkness into your...
I know. I Googled him recently because you just never know.
Did you find him?
Yeah, he was teacher of the year at a middle or a high school in Roswell.
Of course he was.
Yeah.
So my number one on my list would be the Indigo Girls. So I could almost say every song. In your honor when you came in, I in my record collection when you walk in, but we were just talking. I have Strange Fire. The Indigo Girls for me, if I had one artist to take with me.
For real?
Every album, from front to back. I was introduced in high school through my girlfriend at the time.
Yeah.
I think Strange Fire or Closer to Find. And
yeah.
I heard them and they get inside of me in a way that no one else can.
I bet there's some chemical science reason with the way that they harmonize.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they found each other so young and they'd been doing, I know they had their 10,000 hours or whatever, by the time we heard them.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that there's some resonance that is happening between their voices that literally affects you physically. I've seen them 25 times in concert or something. I've seen them every time they come. I also sang these songs to my daughter. I sing Fleet of Hope when I'm putting her down, at night, or when I just need to cry and belt in the car or whatever. And so she also knows a lot of them. And so now she's going to concerts with me. It's just like a dream. And my son also, I used to sing Closer to Find. And you know how this is so specific, but the chorus, the melody of the chorus changes for the last chorus. The closer I am, instead of going fine, it goes fine or whatever.
Yeah.
So they know that it's supposed to do that. And they know if they sing it wrong, then I tickle them. So it's like this. So he's always
amazing.
sing me Closer to Fine, because he knows at the end he's gonna get tickled. I love them so much.
The next question I usually ask is the first piece of music you bought. Was that the first piece of music you bought, the cassette?
Okay, so one of the artists that I left off my list that I literally was obsessed with until a documentary came out is Michael Jackson. So I could sing literally every song, Jackson 5, all that. So one of the first things I bought on my own was him reading the E.T. story. It looked like a record, but it was a cassette inside and it was a booklet, and he like reads the E.T. story in his Michael Jackson voice, and then he sings the song Someone in the Dark. So anyway, I think that was probably the first one that I bought with my own hot cash.
Did he tell the whole story?
He read the story. I don't know. It
And
must have been like
reading
a
from-
children's books version of the
of
story.
E.T.?
I mean, there's so many things wrong with it, but yes, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so where would you listen to your dad in the car?
Yeah.
He listened to oldies and baseball.
Yeah.
Like you in the backseat, you could hear it. Like he'd be listening to Braves games.
Yeah, 100%. I fell asleep for the most of we did a lot of driving because we were like, I think it was like a 20-minute drive from my house to like the church where we went 3 times a week.
Oh,
Or around, you know what I mean?
3 times a week. So you
Yeah.
grew up very religious?
Well, I think it was just, I mean, yeah, we were there every Sunday, and then I was back Sunday nights for United Methodist Youth Fellowship, UMYF,
Okay.
MYF for short. And then Wednesday supper, there was like just like a social event, and then they had choir practice. So I would be alone in like the church education building for an hour while they sang choir.
Your dad and your mom? Or?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So did your parents have any sort of influence musically, like besides your dad playing oldies, like in the house? Did you
Yeah.
hear them playing music at all? Or
Yeah, we had a record player, and first there was an 8-track, I remember, and then my dad had an epic cassette collection that had all these oldies on it. My mom loved like standards and 40s. She had the Linda Ronstadt cassette when it came out, when she covered those I've Got a Crush on You, that kind of stuff. And we watched a lot of like old classic musicals, so I knew all of those as well.
was your mom the big, or did your dad like classic musicals as well?
Mostly my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that from her mom before that as well. And then I would like play in my room. I would like listen to Stacey Q or whatever was like the thing at the time. And sometimes in the like living room, we would listen, or I would play it and like dance on the mantle, and they would have to watch. You know what I mean?
Dance on the
Not
mantle?
on the mantle, the fireplace.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know what
yeah.
I mean? In
Like the
front of the
hearth.
hearth.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
You know, they have to watch because I was an only child.
That's so sweet that they would watch you.
Yes, yeah. But oldies is like a big one. Like I know a lot of oldies, and my dad was actually in a band called the Sweet Youngins, which was
Great. First of all, great
name. And he was the drummer and like paid a lot of his way through college playing around, mostly covers of like the Beatles. So Beatles, obviously, my name, they say no, they say it didn't have anything to do with the Beatles, but I think had to. But my mom really liked the way it sounded. There was a poster of the Beatles on the wall. And my dad played guitar, so he would play through the Beatles songs. We would sing.
So you're like, do the math with your parents. You're
Do
like,
the math.
you didn't
Come on.
say. When you listened in your room and when you listened in like the family room and
Yeah.
you danced on the hearth,
Yes.
not on the mantle.
In front of the mantle.
From the mantle,
Yeah.
you're like doing some
My
sort
God.
of like, Do you remember what it was played on? Like, did you all have like a record system? Did you have a tape player or boombox in your
Oh.
room?
I definitely had a ghetto blaster, thank you, a large gray silver one. But my dad had a stereo system. He always had like one as part of the entertainment, right? And I ended up with his record player later. I took it because he got a new one, I think. Or I was like, can I have this? Yeah, so there was a record player as part of it. It would have had an 8-track player, and then it would have had a cassette player, always AM, FM, of course.
Yeah.
And then later, a CD player. There were really good speakers.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really know, but
But it was mainly you remember his cassette collection, not necessarily like
he had,
vinyl.
do you remember the like Time Life, whatever?
Totally.
1967 through whatever. He had those. So he had one for every year, I guess, that had the top 10 songs from that year or even more than that. And then he also had a bunch of other, but that was what I remember the most.
What was your go-to song for like, I'm going to fucking knock mom and dad dead tonight on the hearth?
Oh, like
You know what?
performance?
Yeah, you guys pull up What would you have them pull up? What was? Do you remember what songs
I
you
don't-
danced to?
I remember choreographing a song with my neighbor Jessica to a Madonna song, not like a virgin because that wouldn't have been okay. Material Girl.
Material Girl.
Yeah. But also, we had a Casio keyboard that had a wicked demo song, and it was mostly just that because what it does is it cycles through the whole thing, and then you get all the flavors. Like there was a Caribbean section, you know what I mean? And I think it was a lot of improv though. Although I did do a ribbon dance to that E.T. Michael Jackson song in the 4th grade, and that was completely improvised in front of the entire school.
Wait a second.
Just so you are aware.
You brought that in? Was it a up tempo?
No, it's a ballad. When someone in the dark reaches out to you, and then in the middle of the song, E.T. speaks.
What does he say?
My friend, or whatever. Be my friend.
And you did an interpretive dance of that?
I did.
Completely improv.
100%.
Okay, I want to ask you about, because this seems prominent in your interest.
Yeah.
It's a favorite. By the way, you're the first guest to give me, because of our computer troubles, to give me another
I gave you an additional category.
fantastic category, which may get added
I also could have been a karaoke, category, but
Lennon added in Belt in the Car song,
Yeah.
which is great, which is of Pump Up song, but it has it's a different
thing. Yeah, because Pump Up I think of as like we're going out tonight or we want to feel good in our home or like getting ready in college to go out to a house party, or that's what I think of. But it's also like dance class, like if I'm taking a dance class or something and we're dancing.
Yeah, that's Pump Up. That which completely makes sense. So I want to ask you about something. It has a favorite love song of yours and a favorite Belt in the Car song, and that's from Chess.
Oh, yeah.
So the love song is a Terrace duet. This is the 1988. There's different incarnations of it.
It's the Judy Kuhn one.
Okay, so that's 1988. And Nobody's Side, which is a Belt in the Car song. How did Chess come into your life, and why is that of significance to you?
We did it in college, and my boyfriend at the time was in it, and
what was his name?
Nathan.
Still is his name.
And I was a dresser, I think, for it or something. I can't remember. I was somehow involved. It was second semester of my sophomore year. First semester I had spent in England studying abroad. And so came back and they did Chess and I didn't know anything about it. The woman who played Florence, the Judy Kuhn part,
Right.
Sherry Bashir's, she was in my college and I was like blown away by her talent and also this music. I didn't know anything about it. I knew that one song from Chess, which is One Night in Bangkok, which was a radio crossover hit. But I didn't know the story but I just like totally fell in love with the music and especially the music that she sings. And then there's another song called I Know Him So Well that she sings with the wife of the man she's in love with. And Terrace Duet is the song where they meet and fall in love, essentially. And they're not supposed to like each other, and they fall in love while you're listening to the song. And then that same melody is repeated when they sing later that they can't be together.
And why can't they be together?
Well, he's married to that woman.
Oh, there's that.
But it's just like not meant to be or something. I don't know. Unrequited love, it gets me every time.
Really?
Holy shit.
Why is that, you think?
I don't know. I think it's one of the saddest things in the world when two people love each other and can't be together for whatever reason. That movie Once devastated me.
That was devastating.
I was like, these people can't be together? Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean?
I also think of unrequited love. I think I have the wrong. I've understood it wrong all these years. I thought unrequited love was like you love a person and they don't love you back.
Maybe that is the right definition. The one I'm talking about is not like it's a one-sided. It's they both love each other. They should be together.
It's tragic, but they're
can't
not.
be together.
So it gets you the unrequited.
Or
tragic.
The whatever we're calling it.
Yeah.
Just for timing, they can't be together. I don't know. When two people love, I guess there are times when it makes sense that you can't be together for whatever reason, but it sucks.
Why is Nobody's Side? Why do you put that as a belt song in the car? Like, what do you feel when you drive? What is it about that?
Yeah, Well, it just, I mean, there are sections of it where you're just like, it's almost like a choral, like a choir song with call and response. Like she's got these people backing her up. And it just hits in that range of your voice where you're just like, and it's all about protecting yourself, basically, like preventing your heart from getting broken by putting up these walls, which is, of course, you don't really want to do that.
In the long run, it's
but,
not. Yeah.
But her heart keeps getting broken. And so she's like, you know what? I'm never falling for this again. So that's what most of it's about. But it's a lot of nevers and nos and never take a stranger's advice. Never let a friend fool you twice. Nobody's on nobody's side.
Let's go to an artist that always he's the gift that keeps on giving, Prince. And it's from Diamonds and Pearls, and it's Get Off.
Holy shit.
I didn't know, and so all I'll do is
How can you not know that song? Get Off has too many T's or F's in it.
It has 2 T's.
Yeah, there you go.
Get Off. How did that come into your life first?
I don't remember exactly, but it was like one of the songs. Okay, in college, when I was like coming into my womanhood or whatever, my sexuality, like I had never been seen as any kind of like attractive sexual creature in high school because I look like a baby. But when I got to college, I could start to rewrite that story. And as my confidence grew, I started getting asked out on dates, and it was like, it kind of blew my mind. And so I think I was exploring like ways and music that made me feel, like that Janet Jackson album with If on it, Anytime, Anyplace, like all of those sexual, sexy songs. So this song is incredibly sexual. And my friend Teresa and I were like the most straight-laced, like you just like look at, it's like, oh, hey mom, whatever. And then, but this song comes on and unfortunately you think you're looking at exotic dancers. And there was at one point where we went out dancing and literally just to dance. No other intention. I mean, we want people to look at us dancing.
Right. This is in college.
In college. And there was a night that we went to this place called Her Place, which was like a local club in Evansville, Indiana.
Her Place.
No idea. And either we requested that song or it came on and we knew every word, and we were like, there were platforms, we were using every level, and somebody was like, are you a professional? Like, they were asking us if we were being paid to dance at this club, okay? And I've never received a more wonderful compliment in my life. There's actually a Keb Mo. Do you know Keb Mo?
I know Keb Mo. It's like
He's a
New Orleans bluesy kind of like, yeah.
He has a song called She Just Wants to Dance, and that is a very good song. It's all about she just wants to dance. She don't want anybody to bother her. Actually, Teresa and I co-hosted the blues at our college radio station for 2 years.
You did?
Yeah.
How did you come to do that? How did you come to a blues?
Nobody knows. But we took on personas. University of Evansville in Southern Indiana. And we took on personas. We called ourselves Linda and Billy. But we played like it was a case of the blues. It was just like a 2-hour show every morning on Sunday or something. And we took it over at some point. Maybe she was like...
Because the blues show already existed.
It already existed. Okay. Somebody was stepping down. I think we probably did, it was work study, Maybe she already worked in the radio station or something. I don't remember. But yeah, it was great because we got invited then to like come like review blues performers and stuff.
Did you know like a lot of blues before that? Or did you just,
no,
was that like an education?
We educated ourselves, yeah.
Ooh, the two of you, what a pair you were.
Yeah.
You still keep in touch with her?
Yes. I see her every year.
Does she live here or does she still live in Georgia?
She lives in Boise.
In Boise. Oh, because you met in college, so she wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh. We're going. Let's see. Oh, come on. Somewhere out there, Linda Ronstadt and James Ingram.
Oh,
from An American Tale. Where did that gem come from? 1986.
Yeah. I don't know. I saw the movie. I think it was a radio play. Like it played on the radio. But I also, when I can sing that song, I can sing both parts. I don't know. My voice is weird. I have a large range. It's not 100% wonderful the whole time, but James Ingram is one of my favorite artists. He's not on this list, but like he recurs in my life. And Linda Ronstadt, of course. But just their voices together and the harmonies, forget about it.
Yeah. I want to go now to Everything But the Girl, Missing.
Yeah.
From 1994 album, Amplified Heart. How did that come into your life?
I think that was around, that was definitely college. And that Missing was like a huge hit. Like, and then it would play in clubs and stuff. But I think it was popular when I could be wrong about this, but when I studied abroad in England, because I think they're British.
Yeah.
And so that was like a whole time of like new music being introduced to all of these new British songs. And that it was the time in which it was like all of those dance party songs, like CNC Music Factory-esque. But it was, I love all of those songs.
Right.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Totally.
All of those dance classics of the 90s.
Right.
You know what I mean? But this one is actually connected to something emotional is actually happening. You know what I mean? And then I don't know the vibe of it. Like I could just listen to it and just be like, yes, just feels good to listen to it. And then I also bought that whole album, and then I bought their next album.
Let's go to what's the significance of the 1992 song "Weak" by SWV?
Oh,
It's About Time is the album.
yeah, that song. I want to say it.
Never
came
heard of
out-
SWV.
I can't believe Sisters with Voices. Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Okay, please go and listen. They had several hits. I remember listening to this song in preparation to go on a backpacking trip with my youth group. Okay. And I think that was at some point in high school, maybe like 10th grade. But it was just like it was an R&B hit, maybe more popular in the South. No, but you're from Texas. You would have heard
Texas,
it.
yeah.
Were you listening to like REM or something?
Well, 90 to 94, I was in college. So maybe
Maybe it didn't permeate.
I can't
Yeah.
explain why I have so many Lennon
Yeah.
blind spots, but that's one of them.
That's okay.
I know there's definitely a period from 94 to 2000 when there's a lot of hits, and it's because I was living in
Yeah.
New York City,
Yeah.
and I didn't listen to the radio. I wasn't driving in a car.
Yeah.
So I didn't have access to, and we didn't have Spotify or
Right,
you know, I
right.
wasn't walking around. So I
Yeah.
had my cassettes and my CDs I had.
Yeah, I missed a bunch of television shows once I moved to New York. Like there's a whole section of television that I didn't see at all.
Yeah.
Because unless it aired at noon, because I was waiting tables until 2 a.m. and then getting up and going to work at a playwright festival, you know. So like I moved to New York in 2000. So that's I was there until 2010.
We had a one year crossover. I was there from 94 to January 2001. Where did you wait tables at?
I waited tables. The first place was called the Bull Moose Saloon. That was on 44th and 9th.
Oh my God! I know the Bull Moose Saloon. We,
Come after your shows.
Yeah,
Yeah. I definitely like brought you a sampler platter and a pitcher of water. Yeah, it was like 2 stories and big groups could fit upstairs.
Oh
and
my God!
It was like all union guys and theater kids. Like that was the vibe. And yeah, and it sort of went downhill in the 2004, 2005 because I waited tables there for a long time.
Okay, 2 Belts in the Car songs. Pick one. Out Here on My Own, Irene Cara, or whatever you say, Martina McBride.
Martina McBride came into my life when I was teaching high school in Mississippi, and I was reintroduced to country music in a way. I grew up in the South, and there were people around me listening to country music, and I hated it. And I hated it. And then I went away from it, sort of, in Indiana, whatever, it's still Southern. And then I went to Mississippi, and it was kind of all around me again, but in a new way. And I had friends that loved it. And so I started listening to it differently, especially the female country singers. I kind of fell in love, especially like with Martina McBride's voice. And there was a woman that used to sing another Martina McBride song called Broken Wing, which is about a woman who's in an emotionally abusive relationship with her husband who just shoots down her dreams. She'll never fly, right? She'll never leave the ground because she has a broken wing. And then she one day leaves him. And it's so amazing. Anyway, so there was a woman that used to sing that at the Howjoy karaoke. So there was a Howjoy Chinese restaurant in Greenville, Mississippi, and attached to it was a lounge. karaoke lounge. And that's where a bunch of my friends would go every Friday and Saturday nights. And this woman had the most beautiful voice. She had that voice of an angel, and she would sing that song.
Every time?
Every time. Everybody had their one song that they sang. And so I was kind of reintroduced to country music, and Martina McBride especially. And Whatever You Say is basically a wife giving her husband one more chance to like participate in their relationship.
Oh.
So she's like, I know you can hear me right now. And he just says to her, whatever you say, like, who cares? And she says, but whether I go or whether I stay right now depends on whatever you say. And also it's like her belty voice. And so it's just like all up here. I know you can hear me. Yeah. But I'm not sure you're listening.
You know, there's so much country that has a great, like their turn of phrase and their wordplay and kind of what they do. It can be just
clever.
It's clever, and it. You think it's simple, and it is simple, but its simplicity is also like there's an elegance in its simplicity, and you're like,
yep,
that's really well put. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. Why is the Belts in the Car song "Waiting for My Dearie Brigadoon"?
I love Brigadoon. I don't know. I just love it.
And you love belting it in the car?
I love it. Waiting for my dearie. Yes. Or I'll just sing it a cappella by myself. I just found myself like whatever washing the dishes the other day and singing it. Many a lassie, as everyone knows. I don't know. I just love it.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
I loved
It
talking
was
with
a
you,
blast.
and I loved your list. It reminded me of so many songs that I had forgotten about.
Yeah. You know what other song you should listen to?
What?
That I've been currently crushing on? The Jets, Crush on You. Okay, so go listen. It's a really good
I got a crush on you. One of
Yeah.
my guests, you'll love her. She has
Loves
a
the Jets.
massive Jets. She
Massive
went to
fan.
see them at a county fair
OMG.
and met them afterward. But thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me. Okay.